15 minutes of actually unbelievable space facts, man. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Picture this. You walk outside and watch as the moon gets bigger and bigger, tumbling towards the Earth at an astonishing speed. Here's what would really happen if the moon hit the Earth. As the moon gets closer, the first thing we will notice is a dramatic shift in the tides. Coastal cities will be consumed.
Yeah, what's that,
by the
Australia?
oceans. Its gravity will cause our satellites to be thrown out of their orbits, rendering them completely useless. There will be earthquakes and volcanic eruptions every single day. And when the moon is just 11,000 miles away from the Earth's surface, it will be completely torn apart by Earth's gravity, creating a beautiful ring system similar to
Yo, that's
Saturn's.
crazy.
And these survivors will be treated to a breathtaking view of these gorgeous rings shimmering in the sunlight.
That's
Every
low-key
night
fire,
will
though.
feature a bright meteor shower made of moon dust. Now, I know this sounds bad because obviously this would cause so much destruction, but I kind of wish it would happen just so we could see the ring in the sky.
That's what I'm
Now,
saying.
on to the next fact. Back in the year 1977, NASA launched the twin Voyager space probes, Voyager 1 and 2, into space. They were originally launched to take advantage of a rare alignment of Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and
Hold on, let me see if I know my planets real quick. So we got the sun, obviously. Then what do we got? We got Mercury. We got Mars. We got the Earth. You lost me after that. I know that's Jupiter or Saturn over there with that ring. You know what I'm saying? That's Jupiter or Saturn over there with that ring, but the rest I don't know. You lost me. That's Pluto. Look at Pluto in the back.
Again for another
And I ain't talking about no damn future, you feel me?
Now, on their way out of our solar system, they visited
Excuse
all
me.
the outer planets, taking
I just had some fire-ass food, so I'm kind of, you feel me?
investigating their moons for the first time ever. But you see, these are actually special spacecraft. They are further away from us than anything ever produced by a human. And NASA thought about what would happen if an alien civilization found one of these spacecraft one day. And so they included a very special message on board.
Oh,
the
shit.
Golden Record, or as I like to think of it, Earth's time capsule. One day when humanity has been extinguished like the flame of a candle, this record might be the last evidence of our existence anywhere in the universe.
Yo, I was just thinking about that shit. Like, not actually that specifically, but like, imagine just like having a hard drive or flash drive, which I'm sure people do, right? But like, imagine have like a flash drive or a hard drive or just straight memories, like your family memories. You know what I'm saying? And like, bro, you just get to pass it down, and people just get to add more to it as they grow older. You feel me? So for example, boom, I start the flash drive, you feel me, myself. Cool. I put my family's pictures in there. Ooh, I get my kids. I pass it down to my kids. Now they put their pictures in there to add to, you feel me, the family shit. And then it just gets passed down to generation and generation. Low key.
It tells the
NASA and I
story
had
of our
the
world
same
through
idea.
Sound, images, and science. Earth's greatest music through time. The sounds of nature. Spoken greetings in dozens of languages.
تحياتنا للأصدقاء في النجوم يا ليت يجمعنا الزمان.
शालोम।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। हम ज़मीन के रहने वालों की तरफ से आपको खुश आमदीद कहते हैं।
Hello from the children of planet Earth.
And more than 100 images expertly chosen by Carl Sagan and his team to tell our story. The human story. Earth's story.
First of all, I was listening to Autumn Greetings, right? I was like, bro, y'all trying to tell me like these aliens finna be over there speaking Arabic, bro? They probably finna be over there like, you know what I'm saying? There ain't finna be no salam alaikum or goddamn konnichiwa type shit. You know what I mean? but maybe they might. This shit low-key
Okay, now
tough.
before I show you this picture, I want you to take a deep breath because it's honestly pretty terrifying. This is a real photo of the astronaut Bruce McCandless floating 100 meters away from the space shuttle with no rope connecting him back to the ship.
So how does he get back?
He was on a mission to test this space jetpack system. So he left the ship and simply flew away into the abyss of space. Now, when he was asked about this mission, he said that the only thing that really terrified him was how cold he got as soon as he was away from the shuttle. I mean, imagine the silence. Just you, alone, in space. And what if he just drifted away? Freaky stuff.
Right.
When black holes collide with one another, they send literal ripples throughout the fabric of space-time at the speed of light. These ripples squeeze and stretch everything in their path, similar to the ripples on a lake. Now, Einstein predicted that these ripples must exist if his theory of general relativity were to be correct, but it wasn't actually until 2015 that we finally detected one for the first time.
A
Scientists
black
used
hole?
an instrument called the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory, or LIGO. A laser beam is split down two 4
They could just be
kilometer long
coming up
arms
with all types-
mirrors at the end that reflect the lasers back and forth. Now, as the gravitational wave passes through the Earth, the length of each arm is changed ever so slightly, which...
Nah, I'm sorry, bro. I might just be dumb as shit, bro. But I know I'm not that dumb, bro. But how the fuck do niggas be thinking about this shit, bro? Like, what type of degree, what type of studies do you have to study to even know about this shit? How do you know it's a wavelength and a wavelength that reflects into mirrors that literally bounce off of each other to create an extra wavelength that literally signals you that it's a black hole right there in this vicinity? How? Bro, I'm lost.
they were able to detect using this method.
I ain't gonna cap, bro. It's some
NASA's
smart
Mars
ass
rover
niggas.
Opportunity was one of the most
Word of bros.
successful
There's
rovers
smart
we have
niggas out
ever
here.
launched into space, and her last words are some of the saddest you will ever hear. You see, Opportunity was initially only supposed to survive on the red planet for 90 days, but she was resilient. Using her solar panels, she was able to travel over 28 miles across the Martian surface over 14 years. Then one fateful day, as a Martian storm descended on the rover and the skies were choked of all sunlight, the solar-powered Opportunity messaged home saying, "My battery is low and it's getting dark."
I was about to say, what? Ain't no way this robot fully completed a sentence like on some
Now,
like.
these facts are truly unbelievable. Something I find unbelievable is the shaving industry here on Earth. I mean, think about it. If you have sensitive skin, your options use traditional razors support the... Picture this. You
Oh shit! I tried to snipe that thing. My fault, y'all.
use traditional... And Henson...
I was on it. I was on it.
Now, I have... And you...
I was on it though.
Unbelievable space fact. Now, of course, we all know that sunsets here on Earth have that beautiful red or pink
Yo,
hue.
this shit is
But what
fire.
about
I
on
love
other
nature.
planets? Like Mars, for example. Well, luckily, we have rovers there that can take some pictures and send them home. And this is what we see. You see, sunsets on Mars have this beautiful blue tinge to them. This happens because the fine dust on Mars's surface allows the blue light to penetrate the atmosphere slightly more efficiently than the other colors.
I was about to say, that
But
look like
also, you
just
might
dust
notice that the
covering
sun
it,
looks
though.
quite small in these pictures, and that's of course because Mars is just further away from the sun when compared to the Earth.
Wait,
One
what?
day,
Actually?
potentially sometime soon, one of the brightest stars in our night sky will explode. And when it does, your night sky will look like this. I am, of course, talking about the red giant star Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse is just a silly little star who often acts weird, getting brighter and dimmer, shooting off huge amounts of its surface in the process. And new research came out just a few
January.
months ago showing that Betelgeuse is in the end stages of its life, fusing carbon in its core. If this is true, Betelgeuse will go boom in your lifetime. I mean, are you kidding me? It will be so...
Hold on. One thing I always had like in my head though, it's like if a star explodes, right? For example, if the sun explode, does it like radiate heat back to the Earth surface type shit, or like is it just it just explodes and that's it? Like don't nobody know what the fuck happened, and we just get to see it? I don't know. That shit look kind of crazy though. No cap. Slight little revolution. I know you're probably thinking, what the fuck just happened? What? Slight little update. You probably wondering, Marlon, what happened? You was just here, then you disappeared. What happened? Well, my sister just came in the room and she said, well, basically she was answering my question as to like what would happen if a star exploded, and she was telling me how if the sun explodes, apparently we will die in 3 minutes, and because of the radiations and the heat coming off of the sun exploding and all that. And that's why scientists is trying to cultivate Mars now. That's a whole bunch of smart people talk that I didn't really get to, grasp my head around. But that's basically what I grasped from it. So if you was wondering the same question as I was, I mean, I probably wasn't talking about a star as big as the sun, but now you got some type of answer from a straight A student. No kids out.
Bright that you can even see it during the day, and it will cast a shadow at night. And yes, before you comment, Betelgeuse is actually 500 light years away, so technically it could have already exploded. This is true though. But don't freak out or anything. We are actually outside of the danger zone, but if we were 450 light years closer to Betelgeuse, it could all be over.
Is he about to answer my question?
Black holes are maybe the most elusive objects in the entire universe. They are extremely dense, massive objects that have such a strong gravitational attraction, not even light can escape their pull. Now, our galaxy alone could contain over 100 million individual black holes, but since they emit no light, they are extremely hard to find, unless they are eating. Supermassive black holes that live in the center of most, if not all, galaxies consume an unbelievable amount of matter, forming the brightly glowing accretion disks you would have seen in movies like Interstellar. Now, while you can't see the actual black hole itself, you can see the event horizon, the point of no return, where light is sucked inside the black hole. Now, despite how far away they are and how impossibly hard they are to find, scientists were actually able to take pictures of two using a telescope.
Bro, that's insane, bro.
You heard that correct. When you do the math and figure out how big of a telescope you would need to take a picture of one of these guys in any detail at all, you figure out that you need a telescope the size of the entire Earth to have any success at all. Now, obviously, we can't go out into space and build a telescope.
Yo, that's insane,
that's
bro.
just
What?
Not feasible. So they got creative.
How?
By using individual telescopes placed all around the globe, you can create an array of telescopes that could theoretically image the black holes.
Okay.
And so they set two targets: the closest supermassive black hole to us, Sagittarius A star, and the supermassive black hole in the galaxy M87, one of the most massive black holes we know of.
Yo, low-key, I'm
Sagittarius A
locked
star
in,
is actually
bro.
our black hole that lives in the center of the Milky Way galaxy.
Yo, that shit looks
It is just
fire.
26,000 light years away from you right now. M87, on the other hand, is located 53 million light years away. And do you want to know the crazy thing? It worked. These are real images
And that's the pictures of it?
Black holes, not animations.
M87.
Real photographs. Isn't that just
Yo, how come that
ridiculous?
one on the left is like, you feel me, more?
Now, back in the year 1990, the Voyager 1 spacecraft was leaving the solar system out past Neptune. Carl Sagan actually managed to convince NASA to turn her around and take just one last image of Earth. Some people said this was just dumb and a waste of fuel, but they did it anyway. Voyager 1 was 4 billion miles away from home when it snapped this picture. That's the Earth, caught in a scattered ray of light. In his book, when writing about this image, Sagan wrote, "The Earth is the only world known so far to harbour life. Look again at that dot. That's here. That's home.
And that dot is just all the like lights that we create.
Now, I want to tell you the incredibly sad story of Laika, the space dog. Back in 1957, the Soviet Union was
we
willing
got
to
dogs
do
in space before
whatever it would
GTA
take
6.
to win the space race. No one knew if the human body could withstand the lack of gravity, so they turned to dogs for testing. Laika was a stray dog from the streets of Moscow, and she was probably so happy, thinking she finally found a home. Against her will, the scientists implanted sensors to measure her breathing and pulse, then strapped her into the rocket, knowing they were sending her to the grave. The cabin was just the size of a washing machine, and as it was launched into space, Laika was scared. Her heart rate tripled. The temperature inside rose to 40 degrees Celsius or 105 degrees Fahrenheit. And after just 6 hours, Laika's heart stopped.
Damn, man, that's messed up, bro.
Did you know that
RIP
days
Laika,
on Earth
man.
are literally getting longer? Each year, the moon moves 1.5 inches away from us, which is a lot if you ask me. As a result, the Earth rotates slightly slower every single year, making our days longer. 1.4 billion years ago, a day on Earth was just 18 hours long. And in just 1 billion years, a day on Earth will be 28 hours long, meaning you can get a full night's sleep and still have 20 hours for activity.
Hell no, man. See, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hearing that just made my head hurt, bro. I'm already somebody that don't like doing too much during the day, bro. You telling me I gotta do extra 4 hours, gang? Bro, that's already 4. Bro, he said 20 hours of activity. What am I gonna do for 20 hours, bro? I'm trying to knock out. And I know some of y'all can feel me on this, bro. Y'all not about to tell me we about to stay here up all day. Bro, niggas already need a nap, bro. Throughout the day. Then you gonna have niggas like my homie talking about something. Let's go to the Nino at 26 hour of the fucking night. Like, bro, come on, bro. 26 hour of the day. Like, you trying to go to the Nino at that time, bro?
In the heart of a galaxy 8.5 billion light years away lies the largest black hole ever discovered, and this thing is terrifying. Phoenix A-star is the black hole.
That shit looks so amazing to me, bro. This shit look like some shit straight out of Dragon Ball Z.
In fact, this black hole is so big that it's actually bigger than some entire galaxies. The diameter of the event horizon for this black hole is 100 times the distance between the Sun and Pluto. That means that if you were traveling in a spaceship at the speed of light, it would still take you 71 days to complete one full loop of the black hole. And the really scary thing, it's still growing. You know, when people say you are a star, they aren't actually lying. Every breath of air you take was formed in the heart of a dying star billions of years ago. Every glass of water you drink can be traced straight back to the Big Bang. The atoms in your body are deeply connected to the cosmos. Astronomy and physics are simply how the universe gets to observe itself. You are truly made of stardust.
I'm a star. And I like to tell you, you are a star as well. Thank y'all for tapping in. I'll see y'all in the next episode.
Picture this.
Peace.
You walk outside